Hello, welcome to Carnex. Today in the showroom, we have a 2015 Mercedes-Benz C-Class. This is the C300 model in the 4Matic trim level. It's a one-owner vehicle with just a little over 60,000 kilometers on the dash. Let's take a quick walk around the outside. We'll take it out for a spin. First things first, let's look at the wheels. Of course, we got Continental Pro Contact all-season tires with decent tread left on both front and back. The brakes are in decent shape. Head to the back, check out the trunk space. But before we do that, there is one minor imperfection over in the door jamb right here. As you can see, it's a very tiny stone chip, almost missed it. Now let's head to the back and check out the trunk space. As you can see, you have a decent amount of room here. Of course, you have a little bit more room on the side with the storage nets, and in here you have even more storage, as well as a nice little Mercedes storage bin. Now, as always, you can fold the rear seats down, which is as easy as this. Pull that lever, and the back seat should come down just like that. Now, as you can see, you have a lot more room, and these are 60-40 split seats. So if you want to carry a passenger in the back while having a little bit more trunk space, you always have the option of doing that. Now let's close this up. And before we head to the other side, there is a little paint chip on the back bumper right over here, and a tiny little scuff right around here. On this side of the vehicle, there is one minor imperfection over on the rim. As you can see, there's a little bit of curb rash. It's maybe 2.5 inches across all the way. But aside from that, the rest of the vehicle is in excellent condition. So let's head inside and check out some of the features in there. All right, moving on to the interior of the C300. Let's take a quick look at the dash. You've got 62,756 kilometers on there. Looking over to the right-hand side, over here you have your push-button start. And one thing I forgot to mention is actually this car does come equipped with keyless entry as well. Now, looking at the infotainment system, first things first, it does come equipped with a navigation system. And in terms of media connectivity, you're going to have quite a few options here. Let me just pull it up on the screen here. Of course, you have your SD, there's a CD player, you have Bluetooth audio, and USB and aux as well. Now, one nice feature is that you can actually customize quite a few things in this vehicle, as you will see on the screen in just about a second. So this does come equipped with ambient lighting on the inside, and you have a choice between 3 colors: white, orange, and a nice light blue. You can customize the brightness, and of course you can customize a few different things like your seat belt, automatic folding mirrors, locator lighting, and even delay the amount of time that the lights turn off after you exit the vehicle. Pretty cool stuff, quite a few features. But moving on down from that, let's check out the climate control. Of course, this is a dual zone climate control system, and what that means is your passenger can actually adjust their temperature individually of the driver, which is pretty nice. Just below that, you have the CD player, a nice little analog clock, and in here you have your ashtray, 2 cup holders, and just below that you have all the infotainment controls. Now, over to the left hand side of the infotainment controls, you can toggle on and off the park assist, and this car does come equipped with automatic start and stop. And what that is, when you come to a red light, the car will actually automatically shut off to save you gas, and as soon as you're ready to go, it will turn back on automatically. Over in here you have a nice little storage area, and in there you have 2 USB charging ports, and that is the card slot that I was talking about earlier. Looking over the back seats, in here you have your standard 2 cup holders, and as you might have noticed on the outside, if you look at the side windows compared to the windshield, they are fairly tinted. I believe it's about a 30 to 50% tint, so it does give you quite a bit of privacy and a decent amount of protection from sunlight. Now, if you look up here, you have an absolutely massive panoramic sunroof. As you just saw, the sunshade is fully powered as well, and it opens up just like that. As you can see, the opening is fairly large, and you still have that back portion as well. Now, looking over at the rear view mirror, you might notice that there are 3 buttons here, and what that is, that's part of the HomeLink system that allows you to bind your garage doors to any of these 3 buttons, which saves you having those bulky garage door openers stuck to your sun visor. Now, looking back to the front, of course, on the right hand side you have more infotainment controls, and over on the left hand side you have your cruise control. Over here you have your fog lights, of course your automatic headlights, and on the door panel you have the standard power mirrors, power locks, and power windows as well. Now, one cool feature about these mirrors is they are actually power folding, and you might be able to see on the actual lens itself there's a little triangle that's part of the blind spot monitoring system. What that allows you to do is just at a quick glance it will light up and tell you that there is a car in your blind spot and to not switch lanes into it, which is pretty nifty. And just below that you have, of course, the heated seats with 3 levels of heat and fully power adjustability. Now, these seats are memory seats as well, so let's say if you have somebody that drives your car regularly but they prefer a different sitting position than you can actually save their seating position and your seating position individually of each other to these 3 buttons. Now let's buckle up and take it out for a drive, see how it handles. Now you may hear a little bit of cabin noise, and that's because I have the AC system on right now. It is on the lowest setting, as you can see. However, it still manages to be fairly ice cold. Now, let's put it into Sport Plus, make this right turn, see how fast we can get up to speed. And just like that, no issues at all. Of course, the power is being delivered to you by a 4-cylinder 2-liter turbo motor, giving you a decent amount of torque, I believe right around the 270 mark, and you're still getting around 240 horsepower. The nice thing about it being a 4-cylinder is it manages to be fairly fuel efficient. You're only going to be spending around 9 liters for every 100 kilometers that you travel between city and highway. Of course, that depends on your driving style as well. Now, let's head back into our plaza, go over some speed bumps, check out the noise level, check out the suspension. Put it back into comfort mode. As you can see, you have a few different options between Sport, Sport Plus, and Eco. Now, the suspension is fairly soft, as you might expect from a C-Class. And the noise level is kept to a minimum. Now, of course, I might have glanced over some minor details about this vehicle, so please visit our website at Carnex.ca. We have a full virtual reality tour on there of both the inside and the outside. And if you want to book yourself in for a test drive, please give us a call, send us an email. We'd be more than happy to do that. However, that concludes our test drive. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it. It helps us promote the sale, and it helps us bring new inventory in the future. Thank you for watching.